Well, Simeone, if you just try to attack, play much more attractive football, maybe, just maybe, you would actually try and actually beat this flipping Barcelona side. Why can't you play like that? The way you played in the first half more often? Why? Why? Why?
Double H. Double H. Double H. Double H. Double H. Double H.
You guys, it's the kid, 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 it's the kid. You may not hear Double H half coming at you, ready for this post-match analysis. Leroy Sané discussion reaction to him being bought by Bayern Munich Bundesliga is now called the Finnish Liga, and also Hakimi going to Inter Milan. A lot of big news have happened, a lot of big news have dropped, and apparently, like, United beats some seagulls, like in the south or something, putting some pressure on Chelsea. Mason who? But look, this is about Barcelona they're winless in 3, and yes, I will talk as well about Cristiano scoring that goal against, what is it? Is it Genoa? Scoring that goal against Genoa. Your boy, my main man, my hero, Cristiano stats padding in that lovely league called the Serie A, showing how what an amazing man he is. But guys, this first of all, this is about Barcelona. Let me start by saying this. Let me take a crisp. So I was saying this. Why, oh why, don't you play like this more often? Just want to know. For Atletico Madrid, why, oh why, don't you play like this much more often? Why? Because in that first half, that is by far, and I hope your boy Coach Neres is in here. Hope your boy Coach Neres is in here, because that first half shut up. That first half by Atletico Madrid, I have never seen them attack like that ever before. And Barcelona were almost shocked because they were basically winning. This is normally the Atletico Madrid that play with men behind the ball, long ball, routes one. They don't have many bodies up forward. For some reason, maybe it's the whole COVID thing. Atletico will actually say, "Oh no, we're actually coming here to play with you." And I think if Atletico Madrid sustained that, some are saying, "No, we'll fight fire with fire and play you," they would have beaten Barcelona. And I think, because that's even what the co-commentator was saying, is that this team is so talented. This is a team that has gone to 2 CL finals that they both lost. Went to two CL finals. This is a team that won La Liga in 2013, 2014. Guys that have very talented players. My gosh, Carrasco. Let me see. Belgium. I think Carrasco is reborn. I think Carrasco is reborn. So it says that why, oh why, don't you play like this more often? Because the teams that beat Barcelona are really defensive teams who are afraid. The teams that beat Barcelona, especially like whether it's a Sociedad, whether it's a flipping Celta Vigo, are teams that really are imaginative in how they break forward and actually want to attack them and actually want to dribble them and actually want to take them on and force them to defend. Because Barcelona, like most Pep sides and so forth, do not like to defend. They like to control the narrative. They want to control the narrative. They want to say what's up. They want to dictate how things go. But if you say no, you're not going to control the narrative. You're not going to say what's up. You're not going to write this script. You're not going to text. You're not going to say anything. You're not going to cook the pie. We're going to have some of that cheddar. We're going to also say what's up, and we're going to try and write as well. So once you say, we're going to fight fire with fire, that was a really good game. It's only when Atletico Madrid then sat back deep, invited pressure and so forth, that Barcelona really came into their own. So yeah, but I was very impressed with Carrasco, and I would argue and say the best player on the pitch was either Carrasco or Puig. Also, by the way, Puig. First of all, you can't be an amazing player if your name is called Puig or Puig. It's very simple football mathematical stuff. So change your name. But if you think that you're going to be an amazing player in the future, which I think you can be, you can't be called either Puig or Puig. You can't just say, man, that was an amazing game from Puig. Oh my gosh, Puig is going to be the Ballon d'Or winner. Oh, Puig, man, Puig. No, you can't. You can't be called Puig and Puig to be an amazing player. So, bro, change your name. Please change your name. Ask your moms or your dads for another kind of name. But it was between him and Carrasco. Because for me, my fear for Carrasco was that ever since when he left to take his silence to a Chinoise. I thought, okay, this dude is done. He's finished. He's done for. Because normally when guys go to China, lower quality of football, and they then return, it's very hard for them to reach that level. But my gosh, I think maybe just took him some games. But after some games, this Carrasco was really quality, and you could see that he is really cherishing playing in this kind of Atletico team. And the thing that annoyed me was I so wish João Felix was in that first half, because the way that Atletico were playing, I think, will far suit how João Felix plays. But then obviously, I think he opted for Marcos Llorente, who I think is having a very good season and scored those 2 massive Gs against Liverpool at Anfield. So that's them. And now we go to Barcelona. Barcelona, just like Argentina. Griezmann didn't start. Not only did Griezmann start, your boy Saint-Etienne brought him on in the 90th minute. I checked. I looked at this. He brought Griezmann on in a big game against his former club in the 90th minute. I don't know what that's supposed to say. I don't know what statements that is supposed to put out. But this team, I think, they're playing as if they don't really have that much of a belief. And I'm looking at Messi's body language. And I think Messi is like, let me just try and do those things that normally work out and so forth. But those tricks and so forth don't seem to be going through. And it just seems as if, as much as Messi tries and so forth, it's just not clicking. And again, I fear for Og. I fear for Ogril. Guys, we're approaching Ogril. Guys, we're about to enter July. And guys, what we're doing, we're having a huge meal. So you guys don't know. So let me just say right now, we're having like one of the biggest meals ever, because once August launches, we're having like a live meal. Because we're having like a live meal just to sort of welcome back August. So when Ogril lands, you know, the more and more I see this personal side, the more and more I'm saying Napoli could say what's up. Could. Easy. I say Napoli could say what's up. They could say what's up because this team is void of any ideas. I mean, Vidal seems to be the most creative player. If a guy called Puig, who looks like a twig, he looks like a toothpick. Okay, the guy looks like the lost Smurf from Spain. He looks like the Spanish Smurf. So if that's what's happening, es muy malo. Es muy malo por Barcelona. If a guy called Puig is your best player, is the most potent player, the most dangerous player, and he is. He was actually one of the best players on the pitch. So things are problematic. So if Real Madrid can say what's up to Getafe, they're stretching it. They're stretching it, and also it doesn't get easier for Barcelona because they've got your boy Chukwueze. You go about Chukwueze. Speaking of Chukwueze, I'm going to talk about Osimhen. Because I've got things to talk about. I just want to just round off this whole thing, and I'll take your comments and sort of. So let's just look at the games. First of all, Costa is a brick, 100%. He was under review. He is officially a Class C member of the academy, 100%. I'm going to put the papers through in there. So it's going to happen. He's going to officially be a Class C member of the academy. He is a brick. We can confirm that Diego Costa is a brick. Do this trash. What a fall. What a fall. From potentially being the next Spanish number 9, leading Chelsea to an amazing Premier League title, to now being the homeboy is useless, and he's scoring own goals and missing penalties. That was so lucky. That's the referee saw that Stegen came off his end because it was a good save by Stegen. You know, but again, both of those penalties came through from plays from Carrasco. And that's why I mean, Carrasco had a fantastic game. Had an absolutely fantastic game. Although, guys, we need to maybe even talk more about the left back thoughts. Lodi, I find that he's Brazilian. That guy is a good left back. That guy is a good left back. That guy is a damn good left back. So it's all down to Real Madrid, who I think they play Thursday against Getafe. So if Real Madrid can say what's up, that I believe will be 4 points, because right there, Barcelona are 1 point behind. Although I'm not sure whether Barcelona will beat Getafe. I'm not sure. So let's wait and see. But I want to know what you guys think about Griezmann not starting this game. Because this is a big game against his former club, massive game, huge game at the crib, and he's not starting. I want to know what you guys think about it. I want you guys what you're feeling, and we'll obviously discuss other things. But guys, remember, guys, like the vid. Like the vid. It doesn't take you much time just to hit the like button. Come on, guys, support your boy, support the kid. Look at guys, I'm giving you that COVID Lara Croft. I'm giving you that COVID Lara Croft, man, who has been giving you that quality content all through this whole thing. It's been your boy HH. Hey, also as well, as you can see over there, join the Patreon. The Patreon is how you can support your boy. The Patreon is how I eat. The Patreon is how I breathe. The Patreon is your way of saying, HH, thank you. HH, we love you. HH, thank you. Come part of the family. And this, by me appreciating what you do, I'm going to be a partner. I'm going to help so support you. Patreon.com/halfup. Patreon.com/halfup. Most of the live shows, the Saturday hangout, the Sunday hangouts, will go on there and be used as a downloadable thing for you to listen to, as well as exclusive videos, and of course the Football Hot blog. The Football Hot blog and behind the scenes of how I make videos, all you can get access to by being a lovely patron. Patreon.com/halfup. Join in now. Become a Patreon Football Hot member. Shout out to all those members up in there. So let's just see what you guys are saying about this whole Barcelona thing, man. Oh gosh, Henderson. Man, Nix, please relax. Please relax. Relax, man, chill. Okay, so we got some super chats. We're going to super chats. Let's hit that. Let's hit that. Let's hit those super chats. So even Morata puts Pickett to the floor. To be honest, Morata's 10-15 minutes was better than the entire game that I saw from Homeboy. What's his face? From Diego Costa. I think I'm not ready to say Morata is now ranked. I'm not ready to say he's ranked right now, but the turnaround of Morata is gradual. The turnaround of Morata is gradual and is definitely getting there. So from Los Colchoneros, thank you very much for the super chat, Mr. Los Colchoneros. He says Suarez, Ghost, Carrasco, and Puig. Yeah, I mean, you see, and what did I say in yesterday's for the Celta Vigo post match? Yes, he was quality against Celta Vigo. Will he maintain that? Will he sustain that? Will he continue to say what's up in other numerous subsequent games? Answer, obviously, as you can see, is no. Super chat there from Just Beston. Can you stop hating on United and put Bruno tier 2? Bruno is tier 2, I believe. I have Bruno tier 2. If I don't, yeah, I'm putting him tier 2. He's not sniffing up a tier 2. He's not sniffing up a tier 2. I'm sorry, he's not sniffing up a tier 2. But yeah, not as good as the Edge, who is about to say what's up. Your boy Edge is about to say what's up because July, the Edge is saying what's up. Your boy Mabino says, what did Messi do to Lodi? Bro, he gave birth to him. Even if this was not one of Messi's best games, he did give birth to Lodi. I mean, that move was very nasty. That was a very nasty move. That was a very nasty move, man. All right, let's see what you guys say, man. VAR is a joke. Okay, so look, if the rules are the rules. So if the referee said in his mic that Stegen was off his line before the ball was struck, I mean, what are you going to say? And I'm sure, and remember, the referee didn't see that. That came from his ear. His ear was like, look, bro, homeboy was clearly off his line when the penalty was taken. And that is a clear rule that everyone knows. It's a clear rule that everyone knows. So I don't really know how you can say that they were hating on that, man. Brickman is going to sports. You see, Okay, guys, can we now say that this Griezmann thing is a failure, or who still believes that Griezmann can still say what's up? Who still believes that Griezmann needs to say what's up? That's what I want to know. Anyone who believes that he can say what's up, I don't know, because I think that it's done, it's finished. I think this Griezmann thing is just not going to happen. And Barcelona are broken, which is why if somehow, and you see, I'm now slowly now maybe coming towards Real Madrid. See, if Real Madrid beats Getafe, I might say, no, this might be Madrid. But something in the back of my mind still believes that Real Madrid will get screwed over, or Real Madrid will now mess themselves up. But Barcelona are so. This is the worst I've ever seen Barcelona. It's the worst I've ever seen them, and I think that you have to look at poor player acquisition, being too reliant on the Messi instead of creating a team that has a personality. The team has just been like, okay, let's just acquiesce to what Messi is about, and Messi can save us, which has worked for them to win La Liga titles. But you can't just build a team just to win a La Liga title. You have to win. You have to build a team to try to win a CL, because it's about a CL. Like as I told you, I don't give it. Like same thing for Messi and Cristiano. I don't give a damn about how many goals you scored. So what, Messi's got 700 goals. I don't care. That is completely irrelevant to me. I don't give a damn. Give me a CL. Give me a World Cup. Give me a Copa America. Give it to me. I'm not here to be like, oh, you're so amazing. 700 goals. Oh my God, you broke all the records. You're so good. And then I'll put that crappy clickbait thing like, oh my gosh, Messi, you're a god. You're amazing. These guys are the goats of the era. Shh. All those clickbait losers. If you're so good, get me a World Cup. Get me a Copa. Can I get a Copa America? Can I get a Copa America? Just give me a Copa America, please. Just one. Just one Copa. Just one. Just give me one Copa America. And then we can then do with World Cup. Give me one Copa America. Can you give me that? Okay? So no. All right? All those losers, nah. Oh God, your boy Real Deal. CR7 Tier 1. Bala has impressed me greatly. Okay, so normally whenever I watch these things, whenever I watch a match, I like to see people's reactions because I tweet via my phone, and then I go to and try and check my notifications. Now I don't know what the name of this dude is. It's some dude. He must have tweeted me about 7-8 times and said, "Give love to Cristiano, don't hate," while referencing me to a goal he scored. Now I have a very simple question for the audience here. Who did Cristiano score this goal against? I just want to know, just for the audience, can someone tell me? And I'll put up. Who did Cristiano score this goal against? That's what I want to know. Who did Cristiano Ronaldo score this superb goal against? That's all I want to know. Who did he score this goal against? Can someone please tell me, and I can put up for the audience? What team? Give me the football club that Cristiano Ronaldo scored this goal against that we can go through. So nobody has said it yet. All I want to know is the team. Just please tell me the team. Mosab, you're my Serie A correspondent. What is the name of the team? So nobody is not. It's good. Nobody. Okay, fair enough. Fine. Okay, so when someone posts the name of the team, let me now talk now. So. Look, it was a quality goal. And my criticism of Cristiano is, thank you, Genoa. Genoa are one of the greatest teams of all time. Oh, look, I say, look, Genoa. Genoa are one of the greatest teams of all time. Like, these guys. Oh, man, I'm so stupid. Genoa as a football club, they're one of the most respectable football clubs. I think Genoa have like I think Genoa have like 5 scales. So Genoa, these guys they've got 5 CLs and they've got like what 10 Serie A titles. This is a huge team. So for Cristiano to score a goal against a team of this caliber, I mean, that is truly amazing, man. I mean, Cristiano, like that was an amazing goal. That's an amazing goal, and I think that all I ask for is stop scoring goals from 2 yards away. Stop scoring penalties. Stop dribbling. And I hope that Cristiano listens to me. I'm going to call him. I'm going to call Cristiano and say, look, don't ever dribble. You can't dribble anymore. Please, please, please. It's one of the most, one of the worst things to watch is trying to watch Cristiano dribble. It's awful. I mean, it is. Please just don't do dribble. But that's a quality goal. Quality goal. Amazing goal. Quality goal. And your boy says he's 35 and scoring ridiculous goals like that. You see, guys, maybe I've got different standards. I don't care how many goals he scores in the Serie A. I don't care. It's irrelevant. Win me the Champions League or the World Cup, or I don't care. So for me, I'm like, quality. I've got higher standards. Guys, I told you, why are we getting in August? Because don't you understand what I said? We're having a meal in August. It's called Ogreal. This is just starters. Like this whole thing of the Premier League, Liga, these are starters, guys. The main meal is in August. Guys, in August, I'll change. I'll probably be Caucasian. there's a good chance I'll probably be Caucasian. Say, hey man, okay, yo. Ogreal, it changes. So Cristiano, this is what I view that goal as training for Leon. It's training because I judge you in CL. If in the Serie and if the Juventus, what you do is irrelevant. It's irrelevant. I judge you in the CL. So you're going to show me a goal against Genoa? Genoa? Genoa. You want me to take the time and praise you for scoring a goal against Genoa. The go to Cristiano. Are you sick? Are you sick? Genoa. Who the heck is Genoa? Who are these dudes? Are you so low that I must be like, oh my gosh, you're 35. Oh, you're so old and you scored an amazing goal. Look at what you're doing at 35. Oh my God, you're so good. Against Genoa. Get the heck out of here. Yo, get me a flipping World Cup, man. Better is scoring a World Cup knockout goal, man. Genoa. Get the heck out of here. Genoa, man. Man, road. Your boy Brand. Cristiano scored against Genoa, Jeremiah 5C. Look, I said again, man, these fanboys will clutch at straws, man, because they have low standards. I've got high standards, you know. I've got very high standards, you know. I set my standards very high, like. So, we'll probably get back to the whole Barcelona thing, but let's talk about Leroy Sané, man. Okay, I have a proposition for you guys. This is my footballing proposition, man. I think the Bundesliga needs to take a rest. I think they need to take a rest. What is the point? So let's think about this right now. Dortmund will still have a Lucien Favre, who's a loser. Red Bull Leipzig just lost Timo Werner. And Marcus Garvey Thuram might be on his way to Juventus. They just bought Leroy Sané. Did you hear what I said? The team that have just won their 8th title in a row just bought Leroy Olusegun Olamide Sané. So, how the hell is any other team supposed to compete now? We know that. That's why I say this move has nothing to do with the Bundesliga. Nothing. This move is about Europe. It's about the CL. Because just like PSG, just like Juventus, Bayern, I don't judge you for you doing the Bundesliga. Lewandowski, I don't give a damn how many goals you score in the Bundesliga. Means nothing to me. Zero. I set my standards high. What are you doing in Europe? True, guys, we're having a meal in August. We're having a meal in August. We're going to eat. We're going to feast. We're going to feast. Can Sané play? No, yeah, because it's not his Champions League season. But look, it's a huge move. See, this was always going to happen, but the fact that it's now real, it's now realistic that it is official. City have no longer have Leroy Sané, a City side that got pimp slapped and larynxed by your boy the sick. They've lost Leroy Sané. And as I always said, I respect Raheem Sterling. I respect him. I've got all the almost respect for your boy Raheem Sterling, but let's keep it all the way a stack. All the way a stack arena. Leroy Sané has always been the better player. And he was disrespected by Pep. And you know what? I have the utmost respect for Leroy Sané. See, that is a dude I respect because Leroy Sané was like, I don't give a damn who you are. Pep? Lep? Oh, the big Pep. You destroyed football. Oh, really? You destroyed football. Oh, yeah, sure. Checkbook. How much money do you have? I'm a starter. I represent the future of German football alongside my homie, Jean Gnabry. Black lives does matter. So you're not playing me on the starting lineup. I'm out. Hansi Flick called me and said, yo, Leroy, we have a shit for you. King's Coman is from the road. Kingsley Coman is from the road. And see, this right now spells the end of Kingsley Coman. Spells the end. And Kingsley Coman, he cannot say anything because, bro, you had too many chances. You had too many chances to hold down that left side. And you didn't do enough to hold it down. This is Man United. It's not Marseille. Okay, it's not flipping. It's not Manchester United. Okay, it's not Sevilla. It is a Bayern Munich. The levels are high. Okay, this is not Europa standard. This is Europa standard. Man United are right there. They're right there to take you up. Europa standard, you can head over to a Sevilla or so forth if you want to do Europa like Marseille, Getafe. But for CL standard, Chelsea, Bayern Munich, Juventus, PSG, Barcelona, Real Madrid, you need to play at a very high. You need to play at a higher level. Say from Mr. Joss Beston, who says, "You put Immobile top 3 for bowling in Serie A hater." Now let me explain this. First off, it's Immobile. The fact that Immobile can score those amounts of goals, I put it at a high standard. And also, Immobile's goal scoring ratio is incredible. Penalties or no penalties, the games he has scored and goals he scored is amazing. Because he was trashed before, I give him much more kudos. And I will be much harsher on a Cristiano than I will with Immobile. Because you people keep telling me that Cristiano Ronaldo is the GOAT. So if you keep telling me he's the GOAT, I'm going to judge him by GOAT standards. I'm going to judge him by GOAT standards. Dude is average, man. All right, let's just see how they do. Half hope. See, thank you. I want to see, these are things I want to say. Half hope is a beautiful human being. Thank you very much. And I know, see, people view me as maybe being arrogant, bashful. I'm just here to tell the truth. And if the truth hurts you, it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm sorry if the truth hurts you. It is what it is. But I will always say the truth, man. Your boy, thank you. So this big man, funny French, member, a football hot YouTube member. What up, baby? Your boyfriend says, I like Hazard, but the standards for Zad is low. I need my boy to make one Champions League final and World Cup final. If it is going to drop. French, actually, wait a minute. You have seen the video. If you remember, French, you have actually seen the video that will be dropping on the channel tomorrow. But if it has dropped, because I had to give your boy Thingy a phone call, man. I had to give him a phone call. If Sané was English, Pep would have played him more than Sterling. But what about I don't agree because what about that? What's the name of that white dude? The white dude he does basically the young white English dude, man. He hardly plays him, and this guy is regarded as like a very talented player. I don't think it's about him being English. I think it's the fact of his playing style isn't what Pep wants. I think Sané is more of a free spirit, whereas Sterling is much more coachable. So Sterling will listen to the T to instructions, and I think Sterling is very good with adhering to instructions, but Sterling just does not have the kind of swag and the kind of individuality and freedom of expression that Sané does. Sané can win you a game like that, and for me, those are players that I like. I like players where, okay, listen to them, listen to instructions, but when it comes money time, I need you to cash the check. And I think that it's more likely that Sané can cash the check come money time as opposed to your boy Sterling. Your boy Afternoon Skills, Football Hot member, salute to Afternoon Skills, Football Hot member, man. HH would say Abraham over Haaland. Tam Abraham is a better player. He's more intelligent. He's more technically gifted. But Haaland is a better goal scorer. He's a better, as far as just scoring goals, Haaland is better. But Tam Abraham is the better football player. That's facts. Straight facts, man. Bayern's defense is still weak. Yes, I mean, because Alaba does not want to really play in central the defense. Alphonso Davies is quality. Right back is still a bit up and down and sketchy. But yeah, it's true. They don't have a strong defense, and Boateng is getting older. So I think that unless they have replacements for Alaba or somewhat, it's going to be tough, man. So your boy HH polishes his head. I don't polish my head, by the way. So no. Sané and Davis on the same wing. Deadly. I mean, it's gonna be hell on earth trying to for teams in the Bundesliga is finished. They're finished. They were already finished to begin with. So why are they doing this now, man? So they're finished. Nix, why are you saying dislike the vid, man? Why? That's hating, isn't it, man? But look, going back to that's interesting. Benzema, Messi and Benzema tier 1. Does Messi deserve to be tier 1 with how he's been playing? I think Messi is fine being upper tier 2. Upper tier 2. Benzema, based on form. You see, the thing with Messi is, I think it's more of an ability thing. Like, yeah, look, we know that this guy can dribble, do crazy things and everything. But in terms of performance and really fully helping your team, I think Benzema does more. I think Benzema is contributing more performance-wise. So, I remember, the rankings are not based on your ability. They're not. That's why Neymar is upper tier 2 at the moment. And you're going to stay there unless you say what's up in August. Guys, August is so huge. I don't even know I can't even contain myself. August is huge. Our lives could be changed in August. I told you. All these things about what's it called, the Europa, Premier League, La Liga, this is all just desserts. Sorry, these are all starters. The main meal, the main course is August. Because August is where things get extremely real. things get so real in August, guys. You might not see me. You might. I'm changing my name in August. I don't know what I'm going to be called, but I'm changing my name in August. I might be called HCL. I might be called HCL, half CL. So yes, I think so. I'm going to be called HH for the next month of July. Come August 1st, I will be referred to you as HCL, and I will change my Twitter and everything. I'll be called HCL. So yeah, I think I'm going to change my name. But look, if Real Madrid don't win, if they don't win from where they are right now, these dudes are complete flops. I mean, so you can go 4 points clear. You can go 4 points clear. 4 points clear, and Barcelona now have to travel to Samuel Chukwueze. So Samuel Chukwueze could end it. Samuel Chukwueze could trust me. Chukwueze, he's ready. That guy is ready, man. That guy is ready. I told you, man. I've got to support my Niger boys. Let's support my Niger boys, man. And speaking of Nigerian guys, I said again, I've suffered, guys. I've suffered. Like, let me rant a bit. I've suffered. Nigerian football has suffered a lot. So you saw World Cup 2018. I almost checked myself into rehab. Almost checked myself into rehab because that was a traumatizing experience for me in 2018. And I was only saved from rehab because the rest of the World Cup was so good, and especially the Japan Belgium game. But Nigerian football has suffered for a long time. I had how many people have had to see their country and one of their players in their country miss an open goal at a World Cup? That's a traumatizing experience. And when that happened, I became an alcoholic. I went to AA meetings and everything, and I was committed. I was committed for about 6 months or something. So I was like white part of the walls. I was like strapped up, and I was like on pills. I was on Xanax, Tramadol, all this kind of stuff. So I was heavily on medicine because that traumatized me seeing because it's a World Cup. So, but a resurgence is slowly coming through. And your boy Osimhen, man. I mean, your boy Osimhen, he's been doing great things for Lille. Great things for Lille. And now he's ready to make that leap. And apparently he's so shout out to your boy Fabrizio Romano. He is in Naples. He is in Napoli. Your boy is in Napoli. Let me your boy is in Napoli trying to say what's up. So this is huge. This is huge because I think um I think it's going to be huge if this guy makes this move. But I want to know what you guys think because I need your guys' help here. Is Napoli the right club for my boy Osimhen, man? Is that the right club? That's what I want to know. Is Napoli the right club for Osimhen, man? From oh no, I already see that. Is that the right club for the dude? All right, let's see. Yeah, HCL. No. Yeah. HCL is my new name. So, because the thing about so you say no, people say yes. He should. You see, you don't know who Osimhen is. Let me show you. Look, he is that dude, man. He's that flipping dude, man. He is the future of football and one of the most highly rated strikers out there. Wait, let's just see. Open image, a new tab. All right, I'll show you what this guy looks like. What's this? I think that's him. Yeah, boom. That's him. You know, because he's been very good for Lille. Very good for Lille, And I was hearing that even Chelsea were hovering. Chelsea were about to say what's up, but I would find that hard to believe because again, Giroud is still in the books. You still got Tammy Abraham, and you also got Werner coming through. And I think that okay, should have went to Arsenal. I want to be respectful because I've got many friends who are Arsenal fans, so I want to be very respectful here. So let me just be nice here. Osimhen is the future of Nigerian football. Follow in the footsteps of Amokachi and Amunike. Agogoa, it never really happened for him, and Kanawanko. And because if this guy is supposed to be the shining light of Nigerian football, we need him to be at the very top for a top tier team. See, Napoli are not a top tier team, but they're a Champions League team. I don't want Osimhen going anywhere near Arsenal Football Club. I mean that very respectfully. I respect Arsenal. They're a superb club, amazing stadium, superb stadium, but Arsenal are in a rebuild stage. And your boy Osimhen, he has to go to a CL club. Because he needs to be in the CL. That is standard for me. That is non-negotiable. It's going to be in a club that have guaranteed CL for football. That is the key thing. Key silver one. Is Arsenal a step up from Lille? I don't think it is. I don't think it is. Wait, where are Lil right now in Uber Eats? I know, and people say, "Oh, it's Uber." I get it. I know it's Uber Eats, but Lille were in the Champions League. Lille are fourth. Lille are fourth. So basically, Lille will be in the CL next season. Lille are fourth. Arsenal are ninth, stroke 10th. So about how big Arsenal are with me, they're four. Sevilla would be nice. Sevilla would be nice. I think Sevilla needed a striker. Luke De Jong is a brick. Luke De Jong right now, he is fully chilling out in the Brick Academy. So yeah, it's like yeah, you know. Because the issue with Napoli is that I'm not sure whether Gattuso is the right coach to get the best out of him. And I would just prefer for him to be in a much more attacking team, man. You know what? You That's not a bad shout. That's not a bad shout. Lazio, no. Okay, like okay, like so he should go to a club that's racially abuses him. No, Leipzig is a very see. If I was advising Osimhen right now, one of his advisors, Leipzig is a really good shout. Leipzig is a really good shout. They've just lost Timo Werner. They play positive football. They're in need of a striker. Young coach. Young, exciting coach. Brian, you get that dub, man. Brian, you get that dub. Leipzig. I'm gonna tweet that out, man. I'm gonna tweet that out. I'm gonna try and get that going, man. I'm gonna try to get that going. That's a good shout. That's a good shout. If he can get there, that's a good shout, bro. That's a good shout. Because for me, with Napoli, well, people say, okay, apparently they're going to sell Milik and everything, but I don't think Gattuso is the right coach to get the best out of him. Nagels, come in. If you're a player, to have a manager or a coach who is youngish, he's like 10, 15 years older than you, rather than a guy 30 or 40 years older than you. So he's like your friend, he's like your mate. That's a great thing to have. That's a great thing to have, so that would be good. Yeah. I think Leipzig would be good. I think Leipzig would be good, man. But look, man, I said again, it's exciting times because I always felt that he has to leave Lille, and he's got to pretty much move on from there, So, so look, man, back to the reverting back to this game. Is it fair to say that the Cannibal Suarez is finished? Or are we still putting him in as one of the best strikers? Because whenever we discuss like the best strikers, like in Europe, you look at Aguero, you look at Lewandowski, you look at Benzema now, you look at Aubameyang, maybe people say Immobile. Should the Cannibal be in that conversation in 2020? Because this guy, he'll have one amazing game and another game he'll just be nowhere to be seen. So, and for me, I am not interested in what you did 5-6 years ago. I care about what you're doing right now. So what you're doing right now is very key. And I just think that if you can't say what's up in today's game, then because that is a major issue. A major issue for Thingy is the fact that they can't say what's up. That they can't say what's up right now. I want to just Jesus Christ. So that's the thing, because his consistency is good, because trust 100%, there was a time in which he was clearly one of the best strikers in the world. He was clearly one of the best strikers in the world. But as of right now, his performances are just very staggered. His performances are just very staggered, So and again, so basically, Messi is actually playing with a ghost in a Griezmann and a striker who literally can't pretty much say what's up. Um, and so he said that he's not in form right now. Yeah, okay, but when last was he in good form? And didn't someone tell me that like he last season he only scored one goal in the Champions League? So it was either one goal in the Champions League or he only scored one away CL goal. It's either one of those two. Either one away CL goal or only one goal in the Champions League, man. Um but yeah, it's like when you look at Barcelona's front line, Puig is a child, Griezmann is a child. So yeah, so Puig is a child. Sorry, Puig is a child. Ansu is a child. Vidal is past his peak. Even if he's still playing well, but let's just be real, he's past his peak. Busquets playing well, but he's past his peak. And the Cannibal is a declining striker. So, and we know that Barcelona can attract guys, but what is the issue? What is the issue? Oh wow, there we go. Um, he hasn't scored a Champions League away goal since God damn 2015, because that's when they won the treble. Wow, wow, that's a long time, bro. That's a long time. No. Very, very impressed with Puig. Very impressed with Puig. Um, like ball control, intelligence, balance on the ball, movements from left to right, athleticism with the ball distribution, getting away from challenges, demanding the ball, usage of the ball, time on the ball, his confidence in his ability. And the scary thing is that you look at how Puig is playing, and like, you look at his confidence, and that is what you'd expect from a Griezmann. So Griezmann, how is a child? How is a guy who looks like a human twig playing with so much more confidence than you are? That's crazy. But yeah, quality, and this is Barcelona's biggest issues. Two of your best attacking players are kids, children, kids. That's a problem, because there's only so much you can expect from guys who still have a lot of growing up to do, literally. Um, so Puig oh no, for sure, easily Puig, easily Puig. Like Gilmore is good. Gilmore is good and is impressive, but Puig is far better, the far better player, better player. Like even when I saw him a bit in Celta Vigo and this game now, like you can see, okay, yeah, this is a football player. This dude is a serious player. And I think, yeah, man. If so, how old is dude? How old is Puig? Puig age. Oh my God, he's 20. Oh, so he's going to be 21 in August. Oh my God. That is crazy. Dude was born in 1999. Dude was born in 1999. Oh my gosh, man. That is crazy. That is crazy. Thank you. Thank you. Thoughts on Real allowing Hakimi to go to Inter? So I believe this is confirmed. I believe this is confirmed. Yeah, Ashraf Hakimi seals 36 million pound move from Real Madrid to Inter Milan. Wow. Okay. So he was in peak condition. So let's see whether we can get a recent picture up in here. No, we can. No, we can't. No, we can't. All right. So let me just put up a picture so I can make this all nice and visual. Let's get rid of Jaws. because Joe's can be quite scary. Yeah. So Real Madrid, I don't understand this. And I think Real Madrid fans were trying to make like they were trying to rationalize this. So they were like, you know what? First of all, how old is Carvajal? Carvajal age. Carvajal. Oh my god, he's 28. I swear I thought this guy was in his 30s. That's crazy. Oh wow. You know what? I just thinking because he just had so many major injuries, I just assumed that he was older. Fair enough, he's 28. You must always look to the future. Because if you have a quality young player, you keep a hold of him. Fair enough. Okay, go out on loan, get experience, but we still own you. You're still ours. And we're not prepared to let you go. And my thing is, yeah, Hakim is not as good defensively as Carvajal. How good is Marcelo defensively? But Real Madrid have coped, So I remember Marcelo is now weighing down, and Real Madrid have been able to cope for numerous years, winning numerous seals with Marcelo, who does not defend. Let's keep it real. Marcelo just defends once or twice in a while. So Real Madrid can definitely get away with having a right back that isn't that great a defender. And for me, I believe that Hakimi might be a better defender than Marcelo. But what he gives you going forward is incredible. And he's getting better. He's improving. And I'm sure if he comes to Real Madrid, he can improve and he can get better. At least let him come back to Real Madrid, fail, then you'll be like, all right, go. But the fact that he's not been given a real chance, because he obviously wasn't given a real chance when he first came to Real Madrid, because so I was like, all right, go out in loan, improve yourself in a different setup. He went to the young boys orphans home, which is of course Dortmund, aka the Bundesliga. Got better, impressed everyone, including me. All right, coming back to Real Madrid, let's see you do a tit for tat with Carvajal. Maybe put you in for a few La Liga games, put you in the Copa del Rey. Let's see how you do. You're doing well. All right, this could be right for us. And it's not really working out. Bro, if we give you a chance, let's not sell you. Because look, man, Conte is a good coach and Conte knows how to use players. And I remember Conte with Moses and Alonso. Remember how well he used them? Because Conte is a defensive mastermind. So 100%, he obviously would have studied Hakimi, knowing that, all right, you're a wing back. You are not a right back. You're going to be a wing back for us. And we're gonna maybe play through the back. So that's the whole defensive thing. You just attack. You just say what's up going forward. And that is it's a very exciting signing for Inter Milan. And I think it is a huge move from Hakimi, because Inter Milan are a bigger club than Dortmund, and this is a very exciting plan. And he's not going to come in. So, because trust you guys, Juventus are going to clean. Juve are going to clean out this season, 9 in a row. Next season is huge. Since Serie A next season, I am going to be reporting on it very carefully, because Serie A is on watch. First of all, guys, let's just keep it real. 9 in a row is embarrassing. 9 in a row is a complete, utter disgrace. Most I don't want to hear anything from you. 9 in a row is a disgrace to the Serie A. If Juventus have a decade, because 10 is a nice round number. If Juventus have a decade of consecutive Serie A titles, you don't want to know what my reaction will be. You do not want to know what my reaction will be. I am putting that pressure directly on Inter Milan, 1000%. I dare you to allow Juventus to win 10 in a row. I'm putting it on you. I'm putting it on Napoli. I don't think I'm going to put it on AC Milan. So I think AC Milan will still be struggling next season, but I'm going to be putting it on you. But yeah, man, no, look, it's a huge signing. Huge signing for Inter Milan. And Are which team is more of a prostitute? By that I mean, which team is ready to give up their players so easily? Ajax or Dortmund? Chat, tell me. Which team is the bigger prostitute? Ajax or Dortmund? That's what I want to know. How far do you see Ole taking United? Oh wow, everyone's saying Dortmund. Yeah. Hard to say because I'm still not sure whether Solskjaer is the right man for Man United, and United should not blind themselves, or United should not sort of be bury themselves in the illusion of, oh my gosh, it's only going to Solskjaer. He's a United legend. He understands United, therefore he's the right man. Sentiments shouldn't come in so top tier football, especially if you're trying to get back to the very top. You have to be ruthless and get the right man. So they failed with Van Gaal, failed with Moyes. Moyes should have been given a summer. Failed with your boy. Did Mourinho really fail? Did Mourinho really fail? Let's be real. Mourinho did win 4 trophies for United. So did he really fail? But look, the team is looking good. The team is looking good. They rode the storm a little when people thought that he was going to be sacked. But it depends on what do United want. Do you want to just compete, or do you want to return back to the very top? If you just want to compete and look good, yeah, all is cool. If you want to get back to the very top, you need to hire a top tier manager, because even more so now, managers are vital. This has been the managers have never been so important to the success of a team as they have been right now. People don't really say Liverpool; they say Klopp. And Klopp is vital to the success of Liverpool. So yeah, I mean, Ole can take United as far as just being competitive and being like a good team. He cannot. He's not winning a Premier League title. He's not winning a Champions League, and I don't think he's winning a Europa League with United. He may win an FA Cup, but he was not going to win a major trophy with them. No. From a boy George Lyle, who says, "Will Arsenal actually get top 4 this decade?" Let me take a crisp. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. This decade, because I am fearful of Arsenal. I'm worried. I'm worried for Robbie, because Robbie's a friend, really good friend, and has helped us a lot. Really great guy. I'm worried for Robbie. I'm worried for AFTV. I'm worried for my Arsenal fan friends. I'm worried. I'm worried. What if Aubameyang leaves? And what if Arsenal get into a situation where they just can't attract top talent, and there's an exodus? Wolves, they keep getting stronger. Tottenham, they hold on to Harry Kane, they probably get stronger. United, see, they get stronger. City is City. Liverpool are Liverpool. That's a big question, because a decade is a long time. But I will say that perhaps towards the middle or end of the decade, next 5 years, I don't think Arsenal gets top 4. Next 5 years, I don't think so. I just don't think that in 5 years they'll be able to totally renovate the team to be able to get top 4. The next 5 years, let's see. A lot can change in 5 years. Like, what's it called? I think we were looking at the graphic. when Leicester City won the league, yeah, me and Daniel, when we're doing the talking tactics, we record on Monday. So when Liverpool won the league, sorry, when Leicester City won the league, Liverpool were 8th. Chelsea were 10th. It is what it is. Liverpool were 8th. So in 5 years, Liverpool went from 8th in the Premier League to winning it by 20 something points in 5 years. So maybe in 2025, Arsenal could win the league. So 5 years is a long time. It's a long time, especially in football. 5 years is a lot can change in 5 years. A lot can change in 5 years, man. So let's see. All right. All right. All right. Oh man. Okay, H. Once we get to Pamecano, who should we be looking at for right back? Well, that's a tough one, man. It's a tough one. I mean, what are the good quality right backs that are out there? I mean, although Pava is a decent enough right back, but I don't think he's a specialist in that position. So Erasmus, Villa, Juventus. Yeah, I mean, I think that's the funny thing. I think even when we talked about it, there are not that many truly great top tier right backs around. You know, there are not any good. I mean, Rhys James is high. He's high, but I think he's chilling out at Chelsea right new. Kyle Walker is okay. It's not that great. I think I don't think there's any top quality right back that's out there. So unless you get someone who is average, who can then sort of you can then train them up, then that's fine, man. Oh yeah, Hakim. But then Hakimi has gone to who's it? Of who they can get? He's just joined Inter Milan. How the hell are they going to try and get him? But it is a very interesting thing that, like, I think 10 years ago, there were so many quality right backs and left backs and so forth. Remember, like, you had your boy Danny Alves, you had your boy Cafu, you had your boy Bart Simpson, Lam. You had so many guys coming through. How many good quality right backs can you name me? Not that many. I think I answered this before, but I'll say it again. It's fine. What are your thoughts on Barcelona trading Arthur for Pjanic? You see, it's just one of those things like it's so crazy. It's so obviously effed up in terms of Barcelona that maybe we may turn around and it could actually work really well for Barcelona and it may work badly for Juventus. I'm convinced that's what's going to happen. That it's such a crazy deal or crazy swap to make. Now you may turn around and be like, oh wow, it's actually turned out pretty well for Barcelona, and somehow Pjanic actually helped to elevate, actually helped to improve Barcelona, and they need help, But on the face of it, I remember sometimes whenever you look at something on the face, it may not be what it is in reality, but on the face of it, looking at Barcelona's issues and their troubles, I don't know how Pjanic helps them. A Pjanic in 2020, I don't know how he helps them. Barcelona need a creative, imaginative, attacking player who can also score goals by himself and who can bring something good and interesting as an individual to the attack. That's what they need. The defense is high. Longley and Pique are doing their thing. Okay, they could get an improvement on Semedo for sure, who has declined. Midfield is cool. It's the attack. It's the attack is the issue. So, does Pjanic play in the final third? Oh, sorry, I know. Does Pjanic play in the final third? No, he does not. So, how can he help them in that area? But for Arthur, now Arthur maybe see what Starry needs is I need my team to have some personality and to control the game. We know we can get goals from Cristiano, from Dybala, but we're just lacking an identity. We don't have an identity. And in our thing, it says, maybe this guy can help to give us some identity and help shape and forge the team. I still think Cristiano and Sarri are coming at different areas because, see, Juventus are so unbalanced. They're so unbalanced, and it's as if the players just don't merge well. Because Sarri has a particular tactic, so everything is just going from all the other things. So it's so maybe Arthur can just help be like, okay, like imprint a certain kind of psychology for the team. Um so on the face of it, it seems as if it makes more sense for Juventus than it does for Barcelona because I can see why I can see how Sarri needs Arthur and how Arthur can help give them an identity. Help give them an identity. Barcelona don't need Pjanic. They needed an attacker. They needed Neymar. That's why they're going for Lautaro Martinez. So that's where I'm coming from in there. And do you think Reece James is too heavy? Yeah, it's interesting that they say that like he's very unathletic and is very immobile. And I think that might be due to just how heavy he is because he's very hefty. So he is his sister as well. And because again, like whenever he's playing, it takes him a long time to sort of control the ball and pass the ball. And he isn't very he's not light on his feet. And so that can be problematic if you're in a tight, close quarter position. So so if like I was a coach or I was a lamp, I'd be like, Reese, man, I mean, lose like maybe try to be so it's not really weights, maybe get trimmer. Because I think his muscles and his strength is a very important asset for his game. But he's such a good crosser of the ball. His technique is so good crossing that you're not getting the best out of it because he isn't quick enough on his feet. So if he was to sort of like slim down, be trimmer, he'd be able to get himself better in those crossing positions and deliver really good quality crosses. Because I think one of the best things that he does is he makes very good intelligence crosses and is a very good deliverer of the ball. But again, if you're taking it so hard for you to turn on the ball, you can't really get past the guy, you're not really quick and sharp on your feet, it'll be very difficult for you to get into those positions, man. So all right, let's see. If Real Madrid doesn't win La Liga this season, then is it the bigger league bottle job than Liverpool 2013-2014? No. No. Liverpool were literally right there. They were right there. They were staring at it. I think we still have like about 6 or 7 games to go in La Liga right now. So there's still some games to go. Liverpool, Liverpool, were they 5 points ahead with 3 games to go? Wait, I think, yeah. Wait, weren't they 5 points ahead with 2 games to go? And they lost both of those 2 games. Because I think that if they had beaten Crystal Palace, I think they would have won the title. You know? So yeah, for me, I don't know. I think Liverpool were 5 points ahead with 2 games to go. See, I mean, yeah, I mean, someone reminded me, but wait, how many points were they ahead before they faced Chelsea? Okay, yeah. So we didn't need to beat Chelsea by a lot to win the title. 4 points. Okay. So they were 4 points ahead. They were 4 points ahead. They're 4 points ahead. All right. All right. All right. Um. Oh, sorry. From your boy Walker. So Walker says so. Thank you for the super chat, Walker. Thank you, bro. Will AC Milan be a top team again in the next decade? Walker, bro. Top team. I think they will be better. Top team? I don't think so. I think hopefully, but then at the end of the next decade, I think AC Milan will regularly be in the top four position. So AC Milan will be like what's Napoli are right now. But to say that in the next decade, AC Milan will be like Champions League semi-finalists, reaching the Champions League final, and now on the level of Liverpool, Real Madrid, PSG. No, no. We say, oh, yeah, like they used to be. No, oh no, they won't be. No, no. Um, too much work needs to be done, and I think see, the biggest issue for that is how football has changed, and specifically how the um the Serie A has changed and how the Serie A has declined. Walker, we're about to see a team win the Serie A title 10 times in a row. 10 times in a row. The state of the Serie A is awful. And I think Calciopoli was one of the biggest reasons that the Serie A just got destroyed. Because you guys remember, late 90s, 2000, see, 80s, 90s, 2000s, all the way up to 2006, Serie A was the top league. To prove yourself, you had to go to the Serie A. All the best players, Ronaldo, what's it called? Cannavaro, Nesta, Seedorf, Davids, Vieri, Totti, all the best players in the world, George Weah, all the best players in the world played for Clyde. Sorry, no, not Clyde. Wait, they all played for in this Serie A. And what you now saw was with Calciopoli and so forth, the money being taken away. Serie A now sort of been given a bad name. Attention shifted. So Barcelona, Real Madrid still maintain their status. Milan's stock just went down, and what you now had was the perceptions changed. So guys were like, okay, we know what AC Milan are, but that's not a desired place right now in 2020 or 2019. You know? So it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough because I told you, like, it is so unfortunate where AC Milan are right now, and where they have guys like a dude called Bonaventura being their main players. Because again, I always say this is that it isn't really the Champions League until you have the San Siro, which I think they're tearing down. But AC Milan have always been a mainstay of the Champions League. Because when you think of, when you see that badge, when you see that red and black, you think you think Champions League. You think Champions League, you think European giants. And to see where the reason why, I get Hazem. Because Hazem is, I'm an AC Milan fan, I've got to, and I get it, and that makes sense. But I'm trying to, with Hazem, I'm trying to explain to Hazem. You see, because I know that I'm older than Hazem. That's the thing. I'm older than him. So, and it is different you just looking at footage of what AC Milan used to do rather than when you lived it. I told you the reason why I was such a huge fan of Giorgio because he was African was what he was doing for AC Milan. So my love affair was with AC Milan was because of George Weah. And not seeing AC Milan and looking at them and looking at what they were in the 90s, it was like, man, they were feared. They were feared. So but yeah, it's bad, man. It's just bad, bro. It's been the thing, is it time for Messi to finally leave Barcelona? I mean, this Barca team reminds me of Argentina, and Messi is wasting his final years. Your thoughts, HH? Interesting question. Messi will never leave Barcelona. And let me tell you why. Messi doesn't like playing for Argentina. Messi plays for Argentina because he feels he has to. So he's doing it just as like a national duty pride thing. Okay, his wife is Argentine. He has a life in Argentina and everything. So he's doing it for a pride thing, And I think when he retired, he really was like, no, I'm done. But when people just say we need it back, we need it back, Messi was like, okay, fair enough. Screw this whole thing of winning a trophy. I'm just doing it out of duty. Out of duty, I'm going to do it. But he doesn't enjoy playing for Argentina. He's doing it because, all right, I'm doing it just as a thank you. For Barcelona, this is where he feels most comfortable. This is where he feels most at home. But it's interesting you say this, because what is happening is what you're saying. This is becoming eerily similar to the Argentina situation. Because Messi's like, wait a minute. This is like Argentina, where I'm having to do everything. They're overly reliant on me. And everything is going through me. And we're becoming very, very predictable. And all that's happening is that the opposing team are putting 3-4 guys on me, restricting me and just congesting me, and there's nobody that I can kick the ball to. But Messi, it has never crossed Messi's mind to be like, to leave Barcelona. Because here's the thing now. I do think there's a slight fear in Messi that I've been here for so long. I've created such a legacy here. Do I have the mental strength, mental fortitude to be like, leave and go to a totally different environment, totally different team? I don't think so. But I just think that for Messi, I just think that he prefers being where he is right now. I think he prefers the Barcelona thing, but things are getting real bad now. Am I thinking that how much will Messi keeping on while bricks keep getting signed and the team isn't being propped up? So it's but if I to put it, he's never leaving Barcelona. Two things: either he retires at Barcelona, or he will go to Newell's old boys. Which is similar to what Robin is doing with FC Groningen right now, which is what a lot of players do. We're like, okay, for my last year or last few years, I'm going to go back to the beginning. I'm going to go back to where it all started, and which is what Ronaldo did when he went to Corinthians, which I think where he started. Football Hot member, Funny Frenchman, shout out to the fellow Football Hot member, Mr. Funny French. Which ex-footballers are similar to Shannon Sharp and Skip? You see, that's the thing. You see, American culture is very different from European culture. I think in American culture, you get a lot more colorful personalities as opposed to what you do here. For me, it's hard because I was about to say Balotelli, because Balotelli seems to be the most kind of interesting dude there is there. Actually, for me, I think listening to Shannon Sharp is Balotelli, because Shannon Sharp was, even as a player, was very outspoken, play the games, personality, and then so forth. For his, remember, Skip was not an ex-athlete, so it's hard to say who is a Skip. And the beauty about it is that, which is why I told you, one of my big motivations for even doing the Football Hot was Stephen A. Smith, because I'm about to say that, my gosh, if I could do like a football show with the same vibe of First Take, that'd be amazing. Because First Take, I watched First Take every single day. I was a huge fan of First Take, and I was like, why don't we have that equivalence for football? Why don't we have those kind of colorful, interesting personalities and so forth talking football as we do, as they do on First Take? Because everything just seems so boring. It's just things so boring. Guys, you're talking about football. You're talking about the greatest sport in the world. Why are you so boring? Why are you so stale? Where is the excitement? Where is the shouting? Where are the strong opinions? It's not there. See, you see, like ESPN FC is close. ESPN FC, they do try. And I think they try and make it exciting, but It's not there, but ESPN FC is the closest thing, though. ESPN FC is the closest thing. Um, see, true. American culture is different, but what I found doing is, do you know the amounts of Americans who like football? A lot of them do. So, and see, what I always, which is why I love doing the hangout, because football is a global sport. See, what I always hate is when people say, "Oh no, um, only if you hear like an English voice, like as an English voice gives you that authenticity. That's people know what they're talking about." It's like, no. No country has ownership of football. Football is a global sport. Like the world owns for football, So the football belongs to the entire globe. So it's an international game, and I just think that for a sport that is the sport of the world, it should represent the world and it should be fun and exciting. And I just don't think that we get, which is why thank God for YouTube and thank God for the guys that are out there, whether, it's like me, AFTV, Blue Lines TV, Copish, all those guys where, wow, because we represent what the football fan really is like. Whereas this stuff that you see on ESPN FC, BT Sports, that's not how the football fan is like, because the football fan is animated. They are opinionated. They shout. They say things. Um. So, what was I say, man? Do you think Benzema is the second greatest French player of all time? Um. That's an interesting one. Now, obviously, the greatest French player of all time is Zidane. I don't care what anyone says. It's Zidane. Now, many people will argue Platini. you know. And I think you'd have to put Platini ahead of Benzema because of what he did for France and Juventus, you know. And which is why it's annoying, because if Benzema was allowed to play for France, Benzema could be sitting with a Euro, World Cup, and 4 Champions Leagues. And if he had that, yeah, then he'd just be behind Zidane. So I think for greatness, well, the similar thing I say with Messi and Cristiano is, what have you done for club and country? He hasn't done enough for France to put him second, and I think Platini has done more for club and country than he has. So for me, it's Zidane. Then it's it's Zidane. Then it's Platini. Then I'd say it's Desai. Have you seen Desai's resume? you know, just take a look at flipping Marcel Desai's resume. His resume is top tier. His resume is top tier. Henri over Benzema. I feel a football battle is brewing, but who's had the better career? I would argue Benzema. The reason why I'd argue Benzema has had the better career is, okay. Let's look at it. 100%, you were part of the Invincibles quality. You weren't a strong part of the World Cup win. Remember, this is when Henry was still the winger. You were not a strong part of that World Cup win. The Euros, boom, you did. So yeah, boom, I'll give you that. Euros, I'll give you the Euros, but you were not the star of the team for the Euros. That was much more of a team effort, stroke Zidane, with Trezeguet scoring the real famous goal. When you did win the Champions League, you were just part of this great team. You were not the main reason why they did so. For me, I think that Benzema was far more influential in those Champions League wins than Henri was for Barcelona. But in terms of who is the better player, that's a tough one. I would probably say at the best, I'd probably say on Henri. I'd say, yeah, I would say Henri is the better player. At at their best, Henri, yeah, I'll give you that. Benzema may have the better resume. Henry, I think, was a better player, man. Henry was the better player. Um, because Henry at his best was crazy, man. Henry at his best was absolutely crazy, man. All right, let's see what they guys say. Guys, send those cues in, man. Send those cues in, man. We're riding through them. We're riding through maybe the last half hour. Last half hour, man. Remember, guys, like that vid. Like that vid. Like that vid. Like that vid, man. Like that vid. Remember, guys, once a year, become a patron, man. My blog, the Football Hot blog, the greatest blog in the world, is now accessible for patrons out there. All you have to do, patreon.com/half hope. Patreon.com/half hope. Choose which tier you want and see all of the goodies and the content that you get based on the level that you go to. Patreon.com/half hope. What else are you guys saying? What's you guys saying, man? Oh wow. Okay, well, this is a football topic, but you know what? Let me just do this just to keep things lively. Top three Denzel Washington movies: The Hurricane, um, Training Day, and I would argue, Inside Man. I would argue Inside Man. you know, I would argue Inside Man. Who has the best chance to win the Champions League? Um, the best chance. I would, for me, I am looking for some. You know what? It's good that you asked me this because Atletico Madrid looked real good. I've not seen Atletico Madrid look this good in a while. You know, so if Atletico Madrid are playing like this, they're going to be a very interesting team. You know, and in a one-off game, I think Atletico Madrid could maybe say what's up. So to say, see, this is a conversation that we're going to be having over the next few weeks. As we build up, we're just going to be having more and more of these convos because we now have to now try and discuss these one-off games, which just changes things. It changes the whole dynamic of stuff, of quarter, semi, one and done. You see, for me, I don't even know how to answer that. The reason why is how good do we know how good are Bayern Munich if we've not seen them face any of the top teams from Europe? So how do we know? Yeah, PSG faced Real Madrid, who I think are going to be knocked out by Man City. We've not seen PSG up against Barcelona or Man City or even Bayern Munich. So the exciting thing about August is we've not seen these teams face each other yet. So people saying Bayern Munich are the favorites based on what? Based on what? How are they the favorites? Based on what? You know, you can't. It's like you can't say that. You know, so um, because people say okay, PSG, you know, like wow, it's a one-off game and everything, but how much is that whole thing of you've not played competitively affected them? How much of an advantage? So let's say we have Bayern, PSG. Bayern have had what a month, 2 months of playing competitive football that could put them in a much better and a stronger position before they face PSG. So these things, you know, is crazy, man. Um, uh, do you think Chelsea should be allowed to use Timo Werner? And yes, Ziyech, yes, we should. And this is why. Look, this is about entertainment. it's about entertainment. Where yes, it's a sport. Oh yeah, I love my club. No, no, no. At the end of the day, we are here to entertain people. So I would speak to Chefrin, the UEFA president, and say, look, you this is people have suffered through this lockdown and stuff, and we want to give people bang for their buck. Let's give us Ziyech and Timo Werner, and let us make this a classic. Let's make it a classic. Okay, it's bad enough that we're a lubrication down. Just just give us Werner thingy and let us try and make this the best possible game possible. So 1000%, I think for the fans, for the sake of football, for the sake of enjoyment, I believe that we should be allowed to have Timo Werner and Ziyech. 100% we should. 100% we should, man. Um, okay. Let's see what I say, man. Do, do, do. So it doesn't matter if who's better because so much can happen. And this is the key thing, which is why it's a hard question to answer. Over two legs, the better team should feel a bit more confidence over two legs. But when you're now saying one-off game, 90 minutes, bro, anything can happen. Because if from the inferior team, guys, there's just one game. Just one game. Maybe if Portugal faced Greece in 2004 over two legs, Portugal may have won. Maybe. But Greece are like, nah, man, we're right. Maybe if Liverpool faced AC Milan over two legs, AC Milan win. I think in 05, Milan would have beaten Liverpool over two legs. But that one game, it is what it is. This is it's all right on this. Liverpool just had that edge. They just had that edge. So a one-off game is very different from two legs. Because see, if you're playing two legs, that requires a lot of planning. Because you're like, so maybe so let's say the second leg is away from home. So the second leg is at home, first leg is away from home. You'd be like, we just need a goal. So you even going in this, oh, we're happy to lose. We're not even going into to try to win. Let's just get an away goal with a 1-goal deficit. So 2-1, 3-2, we're good. Second leg at home, boom, we ride. So your first leg approach is different from your second leg approach. But in a one-off game, it's like we have to go in here to win this because there is no second leg. So it's a wholly different approach. It's a wholly different approach, man. Jollof or pounded yam? That's tough. But I don't know whether you may know this, but pounded yam and egusi soup is my favorite meal of all time. Made well though, but pounded yam and egusi soup is my favorite meal of all time. So 100%. As much as I love jollof, and I love jollof, pounded yam and egusi made well with suya. Ah, god damn! I mean, stuff is good, man. From Sturkey, man. Who? Excuse me? Brewster. Wait. The Liverpool player. What? Ryan Brewster. Oh, this dude. So let me get this straight. I told you guys, Liverpool fans are psychos, man. So ever since you've won this league, you guys, you need to chill. So you're telling me um, that this dude here telling me that this dude here is better than Timo Werner. Now, as I said again, I'm not the biggest Timo Werner fan. I do still think that he's slightly overrated. But what has this guy done to make you say that he's greater than Timo Werner, man? That's what I want to know. So what has he said to make you say that he's better than Timo Werner? Because that does not make any sense. Yeah, like see that's the thing. I like look, man. Like see now, maybe you're hoping that he can say what's up. Maybe you're hoping that he can do something, but I think Werner has already proven himself both in the Champions League and in a top tier league, being the first in player that he can ride. Brewster hasn't done that yet. So what you're saying is a hope, and I don't deal in fantasy. I deal in reality. I deal in reality. How good was prime Jabi Alonso? Very underrated player. See, no, Jabi Alonso was in his prime one of the best long range passers that I've seen. You know, his passing range was flipping awesome. Was flipping amazingly awesome. His passing range was amazingly awesome. So Jab, but yeah, so I think Jab, basically in terms of just his passing and just covering that position, the guy was top tier. And I think, and the reality is this: would Liverpool have been as successful, or would Liverpool have won that Champions League without Jabi Alonso? Because I think Jabi Alonso did a lot to help and free Gerrard. Obviously Gerrard was quality and good, but Jabi Alonso was very, very important for that Liverpool side. And you now say to yourself, if Jabi Alonso was in that 13-14 side, Liverpool win the league. I think they win the league, And I think that just shows you how much they missed him. If he was in that 13-14 team, they win the league. That quality that he brought, they truly missed it. They truly missed that quality that he brought to the team, man. All right, let's see what you guys are saying, man. From a boy, Kaka Boomy, man. Yo, what up? NBA starts in August too. So basically, I think what they're doing is everything takes place in Orlando, one complex, and boom. Who is winning the playoffs? See, I need to get myself acclimatized with what the format is. I've read a bit about it, but I need to be acclimatized. Could this be the year of Giannis Antetokounmpo? I think Antetokounmpo could do something. Could this be his year? Could he follow in the footsteps of Hakeem Olajuwon? First Nigerian MVP to lead his team to two NBA titles. I just think that it would be it would be too crazy if the Clippers win, because now, has a player ever won with three different teams? Now this is a question for you guys. Has there ever been an NBA player who has won for three different teams and he's been the MVP of all those three different teams? Has that ever happened before? For me, it's between the Lakers and the Bucks. I don't think that the Lakers do it. Although you can't rule them out. Although you cannot rule them out, you cannot rule out the Lakers, man. But yeah, it's good. See, because we've seen games being played behind closed doors, in football before. It took us a while, but we got used to it. But it's going to be weird. It's going to be a bit weirder watching basketball games behind closed doors, though. Um, that's also going to be a bit harder, man. All right, who would be a good replacement for Thiago in the unlikely scenario that he leaves? Even if I think it's hard, Tony Cruz. That would be the perfect replacement for him. It would be Tony Cruz. Just that's not happening because of the way that he left, how much he likes Spain, and so forth. I just think that that's what's going to be hard for him to do, man. But yeah, Tony Cruz would be the ideal replacement. Um, all right, let's see. I'm really looking out for good, interesting questions, man. Um, if Ozil stayed at Madrid, do you think he'd still be among the greatest midfielders? Um, it depends. If Mourinho remained manager and he stayed there, because again, why did he even leave though? That's what I'm trying to say. Why did he leave? Was he forced out to push? Because I wouldn't like. Why did he even leave? But yeah, if Mourinho stayed, because Mourinho knew how to use him, I think he wouldn't have been one of the greatest midfielders, but I think he would have been definitely one of the best midfielders in his role of his generation. And I've always said this about Ozil. Put him in a team where he doesn't have to do much work. Put him in a team where all he has to do is play make, and that's it. Play make. He doesn't have to defend. He doesn't have to control the game. He doesn't have to be the superstar. It's not everything does not have to go through him. He can just drift in and drift out, drift in, make plays and drift, and just sort of like affect the game in different ways. It is almost similar to Griezmann, but just that he just has a better, more creative football brain than Griezmann. But yeah, like if he was, because I have never denied his ability, because the guy has a great football mind. He just knows the passes that he sees are amazing, and his vision of the passes are amazing. But it's like he has to be in a team that is fully functional and he just slots into his role, and then that's it. That's just the best way to put it. And I think when he moved to Arsenal, it was like we now need you to be that guy. I was like, well, no, I'm not the guy. For Germany, I'm not the guy. For Remember, I'm not the guy. I'm just one of the guys. Because he was such a major signing, because remember, he came into Real Madrid with a Cristiano there as well. Other guys were there as well, like Jabi Alonso and so forth. So he just slotted it and just did his thing. But when he came to Arsenal, he was the main guy. Remember, he came to Arsenal before Aubameyang. So you can't build your team around Ozil. Germany wasn't built around Ozil. He just played his role. Real Madrid was not built around Ozil. He just played his role. Arsenal were trying to build their team around him. And building a team around a very laissez-faire, laid-back guy is a horrible, horrible move to make. It's a horrible move to make, man. All right, let's see, man. Let's see. Which club would you like to see Klopp at? Shout out to member Mr. Daniel Ortega, man. You know what? You know what? AC Milan. If AC Milan get their act together, get some money, get some good scouts, give Klopp carte blanche, I would love to see what he could do with AC Milan. and totally change that team around, like from top to bottom, completely and totally change that team around. So I would love to see that. And for me, I'd be like, Klopp, can you? Because again, look, Klopp came to Liverpool, has taken them right back to the top, Champions League winners and Premier League winners. So could he? I don't remember Dortmund. He came in, took them to the CL final, won them a few Bundesliga titles. So if he was to come to AC Milan with his magic, be given total freedom to do what he wanted, could he bring Milan to the top? And maybe, because for me, like Liverpool right now, like we have to hold on to this dude. This dude is vital because trust me, this is what I said before. Managers have now become like the superstars. You know, Mourinho was the first ever managerial rock star. Where, oh wow, so these guys are just not the dudes on side. These guys are actually like stars. They're actually personalities. They're as big as the players. So Klopp is a major asset at Liverpool. Key. For me, Klopp is the most important piece at Liverpool. 1,000%. He's the most important. He's more important than Salah, Van Dijk. He's the most important piece. If they lose Klopp, they will not be the same. So if Milan can, I don't even know how they can do it because Liverpool will be done to let it go. If Milan could somehow, some way, reel him in and say, Jurgen, do you know what this club was? We want you to take us back to the very top. And we believe in your magic. Weave that magic, you weave for Dortmund, for Liverpool, and do this for AC freaking Milan because this is AC Milan, guys. All right. All right, let's see, man. I'm gonna take one more. R9 and Maradona. Hard to say, man. For me, I will always say, man, Ronaldo is the best player I've ever seen. Maradona is the greatest player of all time, and that for me is the best way for me to explain it. Unpopular opinion: Van Dijk has been the best player in the Premier League of the last 3-4 years. So you put last 3-4 years. So 2 years ago, or is it 2 years? So 2 seasons ago, when City got 100 points, Van Dijk was better than De Bruyne. He's better than Sterling. Sorry, man. That makes no sense, man. That makes no sense. Now Van Dijk has maybe been the best player. Maybe this last 1 or 2 years, you could argue that. 3-4 years, no. He wasn't better than De Bruyne. During that 100-point season, the best player in the Premier League had to come from Man City. You know, so like, hey, like, nah, man, you're smoking crack, man. You're smoking hard. You're smoking hard crack, man. Oh, what? Oh, are you from Argentina or Italy? Well, so I'm gonna say that's your you're Argentine, Walker. You know, but yeah, like look, like last first, that's. See, I think with sometimes Liverpool fans can just slightly overrate their players, you know, and I think they can just somehow get a little bit overexcited. And guys, like, be happy with your team, be happy with your team, and be glad with your team, but you don't need to take things overboard. You really don't need to take things overboard. Chill, relax, be happy with what you have, but you didn't take things over. Oh, Scotland, you're from Scotland. Was cool. Oh, he did to England, man. Okay, cool. Okay, so guys, look, man, I think this is what we're doing. So let me even make this announcement. So Wednesday, it's probably going to be like a post match of like the West Ham Chelsea game and same Q&A and sort of, but But I want to do a Back to the Future watch. So I want to bring back Wednesday movie discussion. So there may be a movie talk from 7 p.m. So from 7 p.m. we're gonna have a movie discussion. But I want us to do a movie thing. So for people who haven't seen Back to the Future, I want to organize a watch after tomorrow's live show. So for anybody who hasn't seen Back to the Future, I want you to come in and do for a Back to the Future one watch. So I'll pull it in out there, man. Guys, I will see you tomorrow from 10 p.m. after the West Ham Chelsea game, man. United putting in the pressure. Peace out. Stay true. Stay safe. Stay good. Stay hungry. Peace. Become a Football Hut member and gain access to cool emojis on the live streams and get access to new YouTube content by clicking the join button here. And to view that new content, head over to the YouTube channel homepage and click on the community tab over here.